Constituent.
Constituent.
Constituent. Constituent.
Constituent.
I send letters to his constituents. I must have touched it at some point.
What do I have next?
Constituent calls from 210 to 235. Constituent calls from 210 to 235. Constituent calls from 210 to 235. Fundraising until 3:50. Deputy caucus at 4.
Legislation at all. I spent my time in Congress focusing on things that were important to my constituents. The shipyard.
You think we're being disingenuous?
My constituents don't trust the administration. I can't have them thinking the wool's been pulled over our eyes.
What about 68 and 64?
I have a responsibility to my constituents.
A prison?
Brand new federal corrections facility.
Why would his constituents want convicts in their backyard?
They don't.
Your whores, your father, your constituents,
Stop. I'm just not so sure I'm too comfortable telling my constituents to allow you folks to come into our town.
So what do we tell our constituents to do now?
Oh, that shouldn't have been too surprising. My constituents have a lot of anger towards your family. Stately manner?
No. I wanted to sponsor a Cash for Guns event. I give you the money and you get your constituents to lay down their arms.
Innocence.
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 Heard of the Innocence Project? Innocence Project? Innocence Project?
The Innocence Project works with convicted felons. Why isn't he vigorously protesting his innocence? Innocence.
Chambers.
Man, if the DOJ investigates, it will only prove your innocence. Your innocence.
Denies you. Unless it was done in innocence.
I have evidence proving your innocence.
Man's body language spoke volumes. He fairly reeked of innocence.
I am now quite convinced that my initial instincts about her innocence were correct.
Castle, what are you doing?
Proving this man's innocence.
Castle?
Suspect in made murder maintains his innocence.
Well, what else is he gonna say? Who knows? Maybe he didn't do it.
I'd kill you right now if you weren't using an innocent body as a shield.
Innocence is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's innocence. It's so innocent.
Violate.
Violate. Violate.
Violate. Violate.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell them exactly what's going on. Their laws are being violated. We need to get those kids out of there.
I know how badly I violated your trust.
Someone has violated the sovereignty of my vehicular transport.
I am very alone and I'm very protective of my body. I do not want it violated or killed, all right?
There is no bond. Your parole's been violated, and you and your brother Tommy are headed back to prison.
Now, I know some of you may think that this kind of thinking is dangerous and these machines violate your civil liberties.
I'm running her down now, but so far, your boy has violated his parole like 5 counts now.
I know you felt violated when the Bureau was watching you, but at least then you have protection.
I'm waiting. I can't violate my parole. I can't go back to 5 points.
Peter Burke has violated my trust over and over again. You know that.
Yes. When I said he did more than violate my body. He betrayed his country.
Poisonous.
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 Thought. It's aromatic, poisonous, and lethal.
Whatever's on sale, it's usually blue or yellow or something.
That would be correct,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, here's the problem with that. It's extremely poisonous. And it's really dangerous.
It's poisonous because regardless of the fact that I love her, we need to look at this hand right now.
It's like there's this poisonous fog bank rolling in on my mind and I'm paralyzed.
Sulfite, Cinnabot. The fuck? These are chemicals. And minerals.
And a lot of them fucking poisonous.
You know that pain is poisonous, right?
Have one. Oh, Daddy wishes you could swear right now. Hey, question. Permanent marker, do you know if it's poisonous? Because he might have ingested some.
Spiders. The poisonous bite of the Lycosidae. That can cause a hysterical state of movement called tarantism.
That, my friend, is poison sumac.
What? It is?
The flowers aren't poisonous. They're medicinal.
You discharge that, you'll flood the whole engineering room with poisonous halon gas.
Fascinating. A metahuman that can manipulate poison gas.
Is it just poisonous gas, or can he control all aerated substances?
Monohot Escalenta, due to a high concentration of cyanide, it is poisonous in its raw form and lethal if prepared improperly.
Appear.
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 Appear. Appear.
It's not mine.
Well then, whose is it? It didn't just magically appear in my laundry basket.
Well, I'm not the only guy in this house that uses that hamper.
And we both know things are rarely what they appear to be. There's always something going on beneath the surface.
What kind of sick?
The flu, I guess.
But I don't need you to guess. I need you to know. Now, when did the symptoms first appear?
Maybe Friday?
We used division to steal the prions, so you would appear to be a victim.
Dear Penny, you appear to have a package here.
Oh, thanks. Must be the beret I ordered.
My arduous journey, however, was for naught. Although advertised to appear he did not show up. We appear to be at a crossroads in our relationship, Mother.
Well, I guess we are.
Hey, you make a good point. It would appear I was worried for nothing. Look at her.
The only thing I can tell you for certain is that it was designed to be opened. Yes, there doesn't appear to be any seams or buttons or levers of any kind, but...
With a fracture untethered, where will Jim appear when he returns from Hope Plaza?
Well, he's going to end up someplace else when he comes back through, but don't worry. It'll be within 3 clicks of right here.
Prince, you can't leave us here.
Have courage. The next time I appear to you, I will appear as your king.
Tender.
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 Dinner was so amazing. The chicken was unbelievably tender, unbelievably tender, unbelievably tender, and real juicy.
Ours is a love.
Well. Isn't this a tender little seed? Tender little seed. Tender little seed.
I'll handle this.
Does that hurt? A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Is it tender? Tender? Go ahead and put your arm down.
I saw my brother touching your face. What is happening?
Mike.
The campfire, the moonlight looked like a real tender moment to me.
I presume we need to make a decision on the Linkworth tender for the branding.
They're a bit tender and bigger for me.
I remember when you were the tender of the tree. You were a cute kid.
Did you make this? Yes. Do you really like it? Oh, yeah. The noodles are so tender.
Putting on that rib and there's no clear way down.
We can get everyone out on the tender boats.
Shrimp, what?
Cammy. No, I'm sorry, babe. Shrimp bucks, that is not legal tender.
What? Let the darkness find its way from tender womb to darkest tomb.
Urgent.
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 Diane, tell her it's urgent. It's urgent. It's urgent.
I understand it'll take some time, but this is urgent. This is urgent. This is urgent.
I just need a new fix.
This also for whoever's heading up the missing dancers case. Said it's urgent. Said it's urgent. Said it's urgent.
Your Majesty.
Yes?
Some papers to sign.
Later.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty. They're rather urgent. People want paying.
What is so urgent?
Yeah. Can you make an appointment with Jim Gunnison over at the FDA? Tell him it's urgent, right?
My name's Lou Nemiroff. I'm with the American Embassy. There's an urgent matter that we need your help with.
Is there any way you can squeeze me in today? It's urgent. I can make that work.
An urgent matter has arisen.
Urgent enough that you sully this chamber with her presence.
I don't care where he is. Find him. It's urgent. Yes, I'll hold.
This can't be good.
Just said I'd find you here. It's urgent.
What was so urgent? Well, how would you like to meet the man behind that magnificent forgery you spotted? We have a meeting. It's urgent. Sorry.
You know what? It's okay.
Frequency. 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 Frequency.
Frequency.
Reviewed your medical records. Are you finding your episodes of disorientation increasing in frequency?
What the hell are you?
Sweet. RF. Radio frequency. Radio frequency. Radio frequency.
In the jungle. Depends on which frequency you try.
The wall clock. We reset it after every kaiju attack. Keeps everyone focused. The frequency of attacks is accelerating.
I got a double shift in an hour, and then I got Randall coming over, as he does, with about the frequency of a comet.
Denise.
Can anyone hear me?
Sure you have the right frequency?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm tuned into the soldier's frequency.
Scylla is en route. ETA 0600 hours at the Southwest Bay.
What do we know?
He hacked into our frequency, somehow gained remote access, but I upgraded our firewall. The walkies are working. I can't get a frequency.
Everything has a natural frequency. And since sound is expressed as a vibration, if the pitch of the sound matches the natural vibration frequency of an object, then...
Dream, it could be used for anyone.
Right, it's not gender specific. I would try a frequency of 45 hertz to start.
The stick figures are the code. I use frequency analysis to crack it.
Frequency what?
Frequency analysis is a study of the frequency of letters or groups of letters in a ciphertext.
When we analyzed the text using frequency count, certain words kept appearing in a sequence.
Violation. Violation.
Violation.
Violation.
Violation.
If you've done anything to my partner, Doctor, that is a violation of...
Focus, Andrew. What do you see?
Now, did you ever commit a minor traffic violation? Traffic violation.
Yes.
2007.
One speeding violation 6 months ago, and a restraining order issued 3 years ago by his ex. No reported violation.
Some British boarding school, probably. Well, it's not a violation of the pharma code to buy you doctor's lunch.
You are aware that by detaining me without consent, you are in direct violation of Statute 27B/6.
Details hundreds of murders, massive human rights violations. It's like exposing Chile under Pinochet.
6 parole violations, and now he's taking a minor to a whorehouse.
Of any kind. A repeat violation of this rule will be grounds for trespassing, and security will be called.
Access to his medical record would be a flagrant violation of HIPAA guidelines, not to mention the patient's privacy.
I said don't move. This is a violation of the truce. You're over the line.
We know.
We can't ignore their human rights violations anymore.
Radical.
Radical.
Radical. Radical.
Radical.
You don't believe in radical Islam. You love the West.
Did your husband have any radical political views? Mrs. Powell?
Terrorist?
See, Palmer fought the radicals, just as I have. He was targeted.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Us are KGB radicals. True believers and trained assassins, among other things.
These were major radicals, Ben, who know how to hide.
It is unlike you to introduce such a free radical into an otherwise highly functional relationship.
My research.
This man is not your normal radical. He's already killed once.
Most of those men are pretenders, attracted to his ideas because they made them feel like radicals. But Thomas...
No.
I confess I was amused at the idea of an Irish radical for a chauffeur, but I see now I've been naive.
Oh, come on. There's a radical difference between $71,000 in royalties and the potential millions from the plaintiff's voice recognition software.
Yes.
An anti-Quintana firebrand determined to prevent a radical shift to the left in Latin America. What's his name again?
Here's a radical thought. Go old school. Challenge Stewart to a fight.
Sincere.
Sincere.
Sincere. Sincere. Sincere.
You want to continue your useless existence. I strongly urge a sincere apology to Miss Finnegan O'Neill.
Okay. He reads the Bible, he reads the Quran. He says he likes to know what mistakes people are making.
You think he's sincere? 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 You think that he's actually getting something out of this?
She should be learning to distinguish whose heart is sincere, 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 and who instead tells lies.
His voice. Would you say he sounds sincere when he's talking to her as opposed to when he's talking about their crimes?
Hi, can I help you? Ooh, that sounded so sincere.
In order to allow you into my confidence, I needed to get a sense of you. Once I was satisfied your intentions were sincere, I stopped.
A little bit nervous because I thought he was going to hit on me, but it became obvious that he just wanted to talk about you. He was sincere and sweet, and he's funny, too.
Oh, my God.
I'll ride off into the sunset with that package. It has been my sincere honor serving with you all. This will be my final transmission.
My pleasure.
My thank you was not sincere.
But my pleasure is.
Hello. I'd like to say I'm very happy that you're back together, and if I can figure out a way to do so and sound sincere, I will.
You ever seen Alex like that? He actually seemed sincere.
Seemed being the operative word.
He was on call last night when she came in.
You want sincerity? I could not be more sincere.
Average.
Average. Average.
Average. Average.
Summer Finn was a woman. Height, average, average, average. Weight, average. Shoe size, slightly above average. For all intents and purposes, Summer Finn, just another girl. Except she wasn't.
Justin Miller. Want to be a cop? Average police response time, 12 minutes. Average time it takes for a man to bleed out, 7 minutes.
AKA Crazy 8. Way smarter than your average cheese eater. I turned him out when he was street level, but this dude's like the Jeffersons, moving on up.
The last 20 times I've done the journey, you got an average of 32 minutes and a top time of 50.
I mean, well, us. Your average person, you could be being treated by someone who's psychotic.
Your average housewife worries constantly about the dangerous people she sees on the nightly news.
My daughter does not have a weight problem. She has a little baby fat, that's all. In fact, the only problem she has is this store being completely unprepared for a perfectly average 4-year-old girl.
You're happy where you are. That's great. There's nothing wrong with being average.
I am not average.
I'm sorry, adequate, settled, comfortable, whatever you want to call it.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
No, I'd say you possess above average intelligence.
You've shipped off my only daughter.
As your average citizen, the longer you wait, the more suspicious it looks.
If there's been any irregularity,
Assistant. Assistant.
Assistant.
Assistant.
Assistant.
My real question was, did you give her sexuality as a diversion tactic?
I don't follow.
Like a stage magician with a hot assistant. It's
my new assistant. All you need to know are the 3 ups. Show up, keep up, shut up.
Carrie was going door to door with equity partners, lining up support. He heard it from your assistant.
How are you testing that they see color?
As the new rotating lab assistant, your job will be to do very boring, very repetitive experiments.
Okay, so...
Wow.
That's why you're no longer a couple.
A couple?
Oh,
No,
we were never a couple.
No.
He used to saw me in half.
She was a very good assistant.
Yeah, but I was too fat for that.
Glad you could come aboard. Looks like we share an assistant, so tell me when I'm hogging her, okay?
Again, I want to thank you for your service. My assistant will validate your parking.
Ria Torres. Zoe Landau. Hi.
This assistant...
Assistant U.S. Attorney.
Donuts are going like hotcakes. Oh. I know that look.
Assistant DA Jan Ottinger, this is Dr. Cal Lightman.
Assistant DA with no time for small talk.
The other day at Whole Foods, he spent an hour optimizing the cheese aisle.
Yeah, and some thanks I got. The assistant manager chased me out with an artisanal salami.
Okay, look, Kim, I really don't have time right now. I have to get to Mr. Beta's office to see if his assistant has listened to my song.
Financial.
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 Financial. Financial. Peterson is one of the youngest large-cap hedge fund managers in the financial industry. Financial industry. Financial industry.
We find new fans there for American baseball. The financial opportunities are endless.
My new financial consultant will work out the details.
When they write me about their financial problems, but my staff has been trying to get me to stop.
Why can't you invest in saving us from financial ruin?
The financial genius, generous, the philanthropist. He's such a phony.
It's cash law, financial statements, accounting ledgers that provide our dad with a bargaining chip of some sort.
So he was under financial pressure? Is it possible that he went back to old habits?
So Ms. Dewey called me up, out of the blue, and wanted to meet and go over some financial issues.
Whose financial issues? Her own?
She didn't say.
For what?
We met last month at a financial channel party. She was...
Well, there was nothing unusual in his phone or financial records.
Infectious.
Infectious. Infectious.
Infectious.
Infectious.
I don't know what to make of them, honestly. I like her.
They make everything. It's infectious. It's infectious. It's infectious.
But we have to be sure. Excuse me, I'm a physician. We may be dealing with something infectious that's causing seizures in both of them. I want you to do a blood count, an EEG.
From his work. He was working at BHO labs. They study infectious diseases. The infectious diseases. The infectious diseases.
Robert and I were familiar with the treatment for this rare neurotoxin. It's highly infectious and causes Lazarus.
While I was with the captain, we were attempting to treat an apparent outbreak of a highly infectious neurotoxin that causes Lazarus syndrome.
His blood cell count was high and his immune system was stressed.
Which suggests infectious disease.
We are presently attempting to make contact with the infectious disease lab at Fort Detrick.
All right.
Okay, so now I just have to see if he was past the incubation period and actually infectious.
And if he was past the incubation period...
Have a seat against this wall. Thank you.
Do we have an infectious disease specialist on the premises?
Diane Klein.
Infected.
I'm running simultaneous molecular profiles, cellular evals, and blood panels. Also trying to cross-match the over 250 infectious diseases this guy might have been carrying.
Sounds like a needle in a haystack.
Attractive.
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 Yeah, we're girls. Have you looked in the mirror? Have you looked at me? I'm the most attractive. Attractive. So it's the easiest. Come on.
Yeah, that's why.
I love this.
The neckline is very attractive. Attractive.
My God, Nolan, what happened?
Attractive, huh?
What the hell happened?
You've always been more beautiful, friendly, and I think actually that's probably one of the reasons that I found Dawn so attractive.
Come on.
Huh? She looks clean.
Yeah, she's really nice and she's funny. She's got great taste.
Very attractive.
Yeah. You probably think all the women at this party are attractive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You know what?
Did it a little, but with these new lease rates, I mean, they're mighty attractive.
About the money. And truth be told, billionaire was your least attractive quality.
Traded for a way of this island.
While you two were playing with each other, I was hunting.
Well, there's nothing more attractive than a woman who can hunt.
Yeah, I'm really into the Dutch Masters this month for some reason.
You're very attractive. I mean, there.
You were right.
Why, it's the Prince of Winterfell.
Envy isn't attractive.
Envy.
You should be proud of your brother's achievement.
There's that first name thing again. It's a dead giveaway. I mean, don't feel bad. She's sharp, attractive, head of a big, shady organization.
Constitution.
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 Or take off. Little thing called probable cause. We didn't have it. Fucking Constitution. Fucking Constitution. Fucking Constitution.
Brain-eating amoebas, on the other hand, this lake is filled with parasites.
Built your Constitution. The Constitution. The Constitution.
With no ad, with nothing, which was, they saw my eyes. Under the Constitution of the United States, I swear to be a U.S. citizen.
You're right. What am I thinking? You guys, of course, understand our Constitution. I'm looking forward to speaking with you.
Anything short of that, may as well tear up the Constitution.
But we both know that's bullshit.
I swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign or domestic.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders.
I solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
But I will not stomp on people's rights. Our Constitution still protects them. This is still the United States of America.
No.
Neutrality is a myth, propagated by those of thin conviction and even weaker constitution.
I solemnly swear to faithfully support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the state of Hawaii.
I, Abby Dunn, do solemnly swear to faithfully support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the state of Hawaii.
To preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution.
We're gonna find him, Dad. Yep.
To preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution.
So help me God.
As the 46th. I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Edition.
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 Oh, come in. Sir, may I introduce you to the iBabe Special Edition?
My God.
Horse things.
All right, Mr. PBS, you got me.
Morning edition. Morning edition. Morning edition.
Men's line. Ooh. Check it out.
Wow. Awesome.
It's limited edition, so you're not going to see a lot of men wearing that hat.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine anyone would be wearing it. So limited edition, limited edition, limited edition.
Try it on.
I hate you.
Yeah, I love you.
Do you realize that I'll just have to buy another limited edition Shelby Super Snake, take another 6 months to retime the cams, open up the intake, and then customize it?
Just South of Spain, right there. Give me a big house. Give me a library full of first editions. Get room for my shoes.
What's with the car? This is a Cadillac Alante North Star Edition. Double the horsepower. They don't make them anymore.
Stop guessing.
Okay, I'm phony. It's a rocket. It's a limited edition Star Wars lightsaber signed by George Lucas.
Yes.
We met at a rare bookshop. We were both there searching for a first edition de Moyer.
Homine. Originally published in 1590, this looks to be an early 17th century edition with quarter vellum and speckled paper sides.
All right, here she is in all of her mint first edition glory. Gentlemen, behold, the original limited edition 1974 Yeoman Janice Rand action figure.
Moves always peace to the front page of Sunday's edition.
Divorce.
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 Our connection must be severed. I'm going to divorce your sister.
Divorce. Divorce. Divorce.
Just tell me the fucking truth. Why did you divorce me? Why did you divorce me? Divorce me. Divorce me.
You want the truth?
Yes.
I'll tell you the truth.
He never mentioned that he was married before. When did you divorce? Divorce. Divorce. We didn't.
There's 1,000 reasons why I can't marry you.
Name me one!
My divorce isn't finalized.
We can get a divorce in a year without the government crawling all over us.
Signed as a security detail. Before I left the States, Cameron and I were already halfway through divorce proceedings. Yeah, technically we were married, but we weren't a couple.
Last time you spoke with her?
Over the weekend. She was in the middle of a divorce case.
Please. Divorce is an extreme reaction.
A few times.
Really?
Michael had to divorce her. But he still felt guilty.
Husbands ago.
Well, you are more beautiful than ever. Divorce agrees with you.
That's why I keep doing it. Now.
And now I'm doing it again to Beth. She's probably gonna divorce me, but at least I can be around for the boys.
I don't like it.
Baby, I wouldn't read too much into this. Divorce makes people act crazy.
Reaction.
Reaction. Reaction.
Reaction. Reaction.
What? What? Your reaction. Your reaction. Your reaction. What? I didn't. I did.
How did he get into our system?
I don't know, Mr. Chairman. I'm assuming by your reaction that you know who I am.
I think I need to listen to it again.
No. No, I want your immediate reaction. Reaction. Reaction.
Immediate reaction.
It would be fine. But it won't. I can tell. Seeing your reaction.
Got a much bigger reaction upstairs.
I wanted to get an honest reaction to this photograph.
So you accidentally removed your headscarf?
Yeah.
And what, you were gauging the reactions of the men?
Yes. Terrorists tend to see the world in black and white, so we thought we might get a reaction. Okay, so this is the video capture of the first group of men we talked to. When I took off my headscarf, there were a lot of reactions, shock, interest.
Damn, girl, no wonder you've been keeping us on the low.
Yeah, because I was afraid of this exact reaction.
You should be.
It bops to the music. It's the only real reaction I'm getting from her.
You want my sperm?
We think a severe allergic reaction could be causing systemic breakdown.
To my son's sperm?
The broader market started a chain reaction by high-frequency trading servers.
Like an old Florida Jew.
Which was right after the game. It was a delayed reaction.
No, it's never just one thing that causes it. It's a chain reaction.
Substantial.
Substantial.
Substantial. Substantial.
Substantial.
As far as they're concerned, he's well connected, knows our procedure, and has substantial resources. Substantial resources. Substantial resources.
Dear Dr. Jones, I act on behalf of a client with access to very substantial funds, who has indicated a desire to sponsor a project to introduce salmon.
There's definitive proof of his wife's indiscretion.
Then we shall provide him with something a bit more substantial. Substantial. Substantial.
A substantial sum was withdrawn from the bank before the Duke's troops ever even arrived.
Then who is? Well... Because without substantial proof, your father is going to be spending the rest of his life in prison.
You paid a substantial sum of money to a Dr. Gill?
Where he sleeps.
First, I need your assistance with my business. There is a man who owes me a substantial amount of money.
What's in Charleston anyway?
Rumors of survivors organizing a pretty substantial force against the invasion.
There are substantial Ashveni forces between my team and your camp.
What else is new?
Do whatever y'all need to do.
Jeanette, the noise might be substantial.
Might want to take in that tennis game after all.
Oh, no, it's...
Accept. 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 Accept.
Accept.
Cult of celebrity. However, I will accept another beer. I will accept another beer. I will accept another beer. No. No, I accept the challenge.
Wonderful.
I apologize we're late. I got Asher to come say goodbye to teacher.
I accept your apology. I accept your apology. I accept your apology.
Please, I suggest you accept our help getting you legal counsel.
They just want to get a plea bargain with some jail time. Any jail time.
Which we won't accept.
Right.
I would submit this revision of the evidence room stamp.
Objection.
I'll accept. Continue, Rivers.
Thank you.
Marjorie Garnett is near death, and she needs to accept that fact.
So let's all join me in the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
I'm going to need a $500 cash deposit. We only accept American currency, and we no longer barter.
Friending everyone I've ever gone to school with, worked with, dated, or met. I mean, the toughest part for me was trolling through the hundreds and hundreds of random members for anyone willing to accept my invite.
I don't accept that. Well, you better. Pending review of this situation, I've been instructed to put you on leave.
Prime suspect in the murders of Curtis Hagan and Agent David Siegel.
We have full video of her apartment.
Neil, she's in love with you. You were under arrest for murder.
Do you accept a collect call from inmate
Rachel Turner.
I'll see you soon.
Vigorous.
Vigorous. Vigorous. Vigorous.
Vigorous.
Missing the halls for hours, but you seem vigorous as ever. Vigorous as ever. Vigorous as ever.
Differently than the plaintiffs?
Yes, I don't think they're indicative of rape as much as vigorous gymnastics training.
In our legal system, everyone deserves a vigorous defense. Vigorous defense. Vigorous defense.
However, I am convinced that a cold start promotes the more vigorous specimen.
See that smug man over there? CEO, vigorous credit. On Wednesday afternoon, I'm gonna buy his entire international portfolio.
Rut, copulate, engage in several bouts of vigorous sex.
Leprechaun, it's obviously a leprechaun. Hey, Bones, do you want me to go up and tell the poor guy he's dead, or shall I, huh? Well, he does look a bit vigorous for a dead leprechaun, doesn't he?
The lipping on the ilia and bony projections on the auricular surfaces indicate the victim engaged in a vigorous repetitive activity, such as horseback or motorcycle riding.
Rude. Rude.
Rude.
Rude.
Rude.
Rude. Rude.
It is, of course, so wonderful to see you again, Felicity. Don't look at me like I'm a hoarder. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude.
Humiliation.
We should be going.
There's no need to be rude.
I wasn't rude.
But we are afraid. How can two brainless dullards like us ever hope to entertain Mr. Blake?
Mary, that sounded a little rude.
What the fuck?
I'm talking to my friend. You're being rude.
All right, listen, just come with me.
She's a woman.
Is she?
It's very rude.
You shouldn't have laughed then.
No, I shan't come again.
I call that a very rude remark. What do you want to turn on me like that for?
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not. It's rude. Zach knows better. Isn't that right?
Try to be rude.
Yes, but you're typically quite rude. I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't bother me.
Because you're rude.
Come out wherever you are. We're waiting. You're seeming rude, Phil. Ungrateful.
It's Rachel.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I got a big
Then
day
don't be
tomorrow.
rude. Just stay a few more minutes and keep me from having to mingle.
Precious. Precious.
Precious. Precious.
Precious.
Oh, there's your precious angel cake! Your precious angel cake!
Precious, time for a little treat.
Precious! Come on, girl! Come on, Precious! Come on, Precious!
A precious baby boy named Oscar.
Right.
They are not afraid. They are human beings.
They're crazy.
They're precious to the Lord.
Precious to me, too. Give me that skillet.
I thought that something very precious had been lost to me.
Why does the matter persist in buzzing away at my most precious commodity, my concentration?
Life is precious, and it should only be taken when your very survival is at stake.
Tell me, what is it that is so precious to you? One scream will bring Mr. Noonan.
Glenn has big plans to drag Matilda's precious little magazine into the digital age.
There she is, Mr. Cruz, your precious archaeologist.
The redhead.
It is a waste of precious time and resources.
It is not a waste of time. It is necessary.
Worse than a hypocrite. Sure, it's all right for you to cheat, but not the man who's gonna marry your precious little girl.